So when we look at Muddy's Lament, or AKA Sad Day, AKA Bumblebee, AKA Long Distance Call, he sort of gets into this piece with this introduction that's inspired by Robert Johnson. Songs like Crossroads began up at the 12th fret with a figure like this. 12th fret, first string. Second string, 12th fret. Right? Or sometimes marching up down that 4th string to the 10th fret. Either way, these introductions pop up in Muddy stuff quite a lot. The main body of it is that idea borrowed from Robert Johnson, moving from the flat into the natural. Say you love me, darling. Why don't you call me on the phone sometime? Or, kind-hearted woman, do anything in the world for me. Into those triplets. When you think about the idea of moving from the flat up into the natural, it's an idea that we find in all kinds of roots music. You hear it in Elvis, you hear it in gospel, you hear it but in this context, he's really taking advantage of that beautiful distortion that he's getting by playing through that little overdriven amp, right? And the verse would work like this. Got a letter this morning. Boys, are you rig my little rig? Whoa, got a letter this morning. Here's just something probably borrowed from both Robert Johnson and Son House, where you bar at the 5th fret, but instead of doing this kind of figure that you might find in a Son House piece in the key of G, you do this. You come to the 8th fret on the 2nd string and bend it. Back to this little figure. Taking advantage of that pentatonic scale. 3rd fret, 2nd string to the 5th fret, right? So when you get to the 5 chord, same thing you did on the 4. 4. And then your turnaround is basically walking back down the 5th string, open, and you can, or, but actually with Muddy, it's more often than not, or playing that 5th string open so that you get back into the lick again. Next line. So his solos usually run between either doing this as like a little bridge between, or going back to the 12th fret and sort of reprising what he used for the introduction. Or sometimes simply sliding on that 4th string and so on. So if you get the essence of what Muddy's doing there and understanding that he's borrowing it from an older tradition, and you can elaborate on it, you can take some of it, you can take none of it, you can take all of it, but this idea is this great iconic Chicago piece comes out of that Mississippi Delta blues. Muddy's Lament.